isn't it? We need action, not just to keep talking
but let me ask you about whether it's working in any way. Because, for example, today on my way here, I'm talking to somebody whose friend has a child in a very special school. So this child has to be taken to school every day, really needs to go there, has to go there. They're leaving earlier and earlier. They have to drive on the M25. It is a complete living nightmare. This child is meant to get to school for 8:30, 9 a.m. He's arriving at 12. He's arriving at 1. He's exhausted. He's frustrated. He's devastated. The parents are, at their wits' end. Now, look, if that dad absolutely supports everything you say, if he absolutely subscribes to all you think and all you feel and really backs up your philosophy, what can he do anyway? He's like, for God's sake, for the third day this week, I've sat there with my extremely disabled child for hours and hours, 6, 7 hours.
I totally understand.
And even with the best will in the world, if I absolutely took their message on board, what can I do? I'm a geography teacher. I'm a cook in a restaurant. So I could, they could persuade me and all the other people sitting on the M25 whose entire lives are being held up, who can't do what they're doing. James Whale, who can't get to hospital. Everybody else who's in absolute trouble because of it may agree with you, but we're not the people who change the law, and we're not the people who can act. So why are you putting ordinary people with this huge, broad brushstroke in this situation when they can't make a blind bit of difference anyway?
All the disruption will end as soon as we get our demand met. We're not trying to be popular.
But the people you're holding up can't do anything.
We've been to the oil terminals, we've been to Parliament, we've done all of these things already, and this is the only thing that gets this level of media attention.
But what difference does the media attention make, though? Even if you're front page of every paper, even if, heaven forbid, that police officer had been killed today, and that would have been a front page story, of course, and it would have gone all the way around the world. But the story would be that a man or woman is dead, that children have lost their mum or their dad, that a family is bereft and heartbroken, and that these callous people have caused this by doing something that was illegal. There'd be a massive court case. That would be the story. The story wouldn't be stop oil, and the government wouldn't be badgered into doing it by the fact that you killed a police officer. Surely.
Urge people desperately to look at the reason that we have to do this.
But even if they look, what can they do? Say they look, say they agree. What can they do?
You're alienating the very people you want on your side, and that's what Vanessa's making that point.
The evidence suggests that that is not the case.